feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I'm so happy to have you. So my peers and subscribers, welcome back. So for today's video, we're going to talk about the Supreme Court. We're going to talk about Ketanji Brown Jackson, along with also the other Supreme Court justices and their fate on the course. If you don't notice already, I am very nasally. I'm sick. I don't know what I have. Definitely not COVID. I just tested myself for COVID. I'm negative. But anyway, everything will be timestamped in the description below. I know the video might appear long or big, but you guys have the luxury of just going in the description and clicking on the section of this video that you will like. I always try to dedicate some questions to the main topic of today's video, which is all about the Supreme Court. So you'll find bunch of different questions. Just check the description, or you can watch this video whatever you prefer. Just don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Let me know in the comment section below what you do think. All those sort of engagements definitely help out the channel in the long run, so I do appreciate it. There will be a little bit of editing if needed. I am sneezing constantly, so if I sneeze while I'm doing the live, the pre-recorded, excuse me, I will just edit that part out because that's disgusting. But other than that, let's just begin. This video is being live streamed on April 1st, 2022 at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you would like a book of reading with me, just check the description below. I do have a 10% off discount on 30 minutes. I have a deaf accent, and in case you did not know, I am hard of hearing, but if you want to read this on your own time, there are disclaimers on your screen. This video is just for entertainment purposes only and for education purposes only as well. And here are some other disclaimers on your screen right now that you can watch and pause the video if you want to read them on your own time. Other than that, let's just begin. Everything again will be timestamped in the description below. Alright, Clarence Thompson and his fate and his current Clarence Thompson and his current future as of now. What about his wife, Ginni? So we're going to talk about that in this section here. What I saw back then about a year ago, I said that Clarence Thompson was going to be on the Supreme Court at least for one more year or at least 2 years maximum, but I did see him leave it, and it had to. I think if I was correct, I said it's something with like his wife involved. I think I said cheating or some sort. So I may not have been physically cheating on his wife, but it's possible that he could have cheated, in other forms and means. But we'll take a look at that. In the past, I did say that Biden will get 5 Supreme Court justices. We'll see if that holds up true in this video. I get that Biden will appoint 3 justices. Hillary Clinton will get 1 justice, and Obama will get 1 justice. So that's why there's 5 total. But Obama gets to appoint 1 to compensate for what he lost with the one that the Republicans stole from him, and is during his last year, his last term. And then as well for Hillary Clinton, as she, by definition, I can't say this on YouTube, but basically won the 2016 election. So he would just, give her an option to have some sort of political power in the Supreme Court. And then I saw Biden appointing 3 people at least. So let's take a look. Let's see if that holds true today. Okay, so Spirits and Angels tell me about Clarence Thompson and his current future as of right now. Again, everything will be timestamped in the description below. I don't know what just happened. I apologize. And I didn't read up on anything that's going on with him, so I have no idea, no background knowledge. I just know that his wife had to do something with this the investigation in the court cases with January 6th, and that she wanted to join the rally. That's as much as I know. But that's it. So the first card that comes up when we're asking, what is the future of Clarence Thompson? The first thing is we have the 4 of swords here. Oh, this card really necessarily symbolizes an end of a political career for me, particularly. But what it's telling me is that he has a little bit more time to go before he is even removed or even considered removal. So I do feel like he's going to be on the court at least for a little bit longer. We do have here in the future, though, it's not going to happen under Biden. It might be. So it's going to be some other reason. Like, he's not going to be replaced by a Democrat. And if he was, it will be more of a conservative type. It wouldn't be it could be a Republican, but it could be a conservative Democrat. Someone very similar to the likes of what we have with Joe Manchin, where he's like a Democrat, but acts a little bit more Republican. I do see that here as a replacement if they would have replaced us. We do have here as well as we do have the Ace of Wands here. An Ace of Wands telling me this is my impeachment card. The impeachment is not going to happen yet because if there was an impeachment, it will be the first time, I believe, if I am correct 100%, it will be the first time that the Supreme Court justice has ever been impeached for removal due to corruption, which is why the impeachment card is reversed. However, it is in consideration as it falls underneath one of his demise and political end to his future. We do have here as well that I don't think he's going to be making a massive decision when it comes to certain cases in the Supreme Court. I don't see him on the Supreme Court in the future here, which is why the Two of Cups is reversed. I don't see him making major decisions for the American people going forward. Let's get a final thing. Will Clarence Thomas, a Supreme Court justice right now, who's under fire and scandals with his wife Ginni Thomas, will he be impeached? Okay, yeah, most likely. He'll be removed in some way or some form. It doesn't necessarily need to be impeachment, but he's leaving. He's gonna leave. So yeah, I see Clarence Thompson leaving. Is he gonna resign? No, it's gonna be due to health reasons. He's gonna say he's leaving because of health reasons or personal reasons, but in reality, he's really leaving because of what's going on. He lost his political influence. No, he's not staying on the court now. He doesn't hold any more power. I don't feel like Clarence Thompson is going to do as well as he once thought he was, or have the legacy that he always wanted. So he's going to try to get out of it before he can get in trouble. So I don't know. I don't feel like it's the impeachment. If they were to proceed with it, it'll be very. He'll just like leave because that will be his legacy, and he doesn't want that in the textbook. Yeah, so Spirit saying, tell me, what about his wife, Ginni Thomas? What is the Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thompson's wife, Ginni Thomas? What is her future as she is currently under scandal and direct sort of influence over her husband, Clarence Thompson, over January 6th and her love affair with Donald Trump? What is going on with Ginni Thomas? What is her future? I kind of see jail. I don't know why. Okay, yeah. So we have here, she's not in direct correlation, but if you guys remember, and again, this is just for entertainment purposes only, if you remember the pipe bomber, I had a feeling that she might be in some way directly tied to the pipe bomber in some way in DC. The day on January 5th, the day before the insurrection, I do feel like she might be tied to it. Again, just for entertainment purposes only. I'm not accusing her of anything. I do see like she might have some direct correlation. She might even know who it is. It could even be herself as well. So we don't really necessarily know, but I do feel like there's a correlation here. We have here as well, though. We have on the left side here, we have the Page of Wands, and that's reversed. She really wants to be in politics. She basically wants to be the female version of Donald Trump. She really wants what he has. And so she basically supported him because she wants what he has. Not particularly because she supported his ideal. Maybe that is true, but it almost feels like as well, she just wants to be him. Like she wants to be in his position of power. Like it's almost like she wants to be in a political office of some way or some form, like president maybe. Underneath this page of stories here, we have the King of Wands reverse. Because of her, she's gonna cost her husband his job, and he's gonna lose his job. So in some way or some form, Clarence Thompson is going to be removed, and it's going to be directly correlated to his wife. We have here on the right side here, we have the Ten of Wands here going forward. I do feel like she is going to be in a lot of fire. If anything, she'll be in the news media a lot. They start to connect the dots a bit, and because of her, she's helping investigations January 6th investigate her and her correlation, and now they're going to be able to find new link that linked her and the Supreme Court to the January 6th insurrection and how they're involved. So it's going to open up a brand new avenue. And it does feel like it's the way I do see here, like almost like not her being in jail, but almost like she is in jail. So by that, I mean like she's not in jail for a long time. I just see her like being held captive temporarily, so to speak. But yeah, she's not going to be able to fight though because of it, because she lost her happy family. She lost everything. So her assets, her money, everything's going to be frozen. I don't see her living the life that she really wanted in terms of that regard. So no, I don't see a lot going for Ginni Thomas. If anything, she's going to destroy her husband's career. And because of that, she doesn't have enough money to pay for legal bills and stuff like that. Oh, by the way, if you don't believe me that this is April 1st, here is the news as of right now. So you guys can see that here. While we scroll up. But that is the news for as of right now. So yeah. So it is April 1st. So I know that Ketanji Brown Jackson is going to be voting very soon on her potential, replacement of Stephen Breyer. We'll take a look at that. I did say back then that Stephen Breyer was going to step down. So we'll take a look at that. Okay, so will Ketanji Brown become the next Supreme Court justice? I'm going to use this deck here to get more information. I don't feel like you guys can see this as well. Okay, there you go. All right, let me just take a quick look. Let's see if I can get more information here. Okay, Spirit Angel tell me with Ketanji Brown Jackson be declared the new Supreme Court justice to replace Stephen Breyer Seat. Can I get information on this? Will she become the new Supreme Court justice? So we have in here, we have Ruth Bader Ginsburg, but we also have Kavanaugh. So we'll take a look. If Ruth Bader Ginsburg is upright, she is the next Supreme Court nominee. If it's not, then it's reversed, then it's a no. Okay, let's take a look. So we have 8 of Swords here. Biden's at the bottom here. Okay, so the cards and the right away are saying the same thing. Where is Ruth? I don't see her on the court though. Weird. I see her on the court, but I don't see her under this nomination seat. She might be. This might just be other energy because we have Ruth Bader Ginsburg upright as well. So is Kavanaugh. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. Here's what I'm getting from the cards here. I'm getting. Oh, sorry. So here's what I'm getting from the cards. The cards are telling me that she's going to be on the Supreme Court, but it's unlikely that she's going to take Stephen Breyer's seat. She's going to replace another justice seat, if that makes sense. So she's still going to be a Supreme Court justice, but not for Stephen Breyer, if that makes sense. I'm also getting energy here as well, is that there's something at play here, some sort of manipulation of some sort, that almost like it's the thank God moment. Potentially, it could be a thank God for the Republican, then they have a massive win, or is it thank God for the Democrats, and they say, "Oh, we found someone better." I don't know necessarily what the thank God means in that essence, but I'm just giving you an example there. But what I do see here that her on the Supreme Court, because the first card that came out when they asked, "Will she be on the Supreme Court?" This is a yes. She will. She'll be like the new Gate Ginsburg, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Should be more like that, but she will have a lot more pull because she'll be able to inspire other people as well and say that, hey, listen, even though how hard it is, how hard life is, we can still get to the top no matter how hard you try, as long as we have the right people and in positions of power who can help us get there. We also have here as well as we have the Hierophant reverse. The Hierophant reverse here, what kind of tells me like the government right now is very partisan. They're very divided on this particular Supreme Court vote. This is not surprising. What we have here is under Ketanji Brown Jackson, we have the Sun card, which gives me an automatic yes. She will be the next Supreme Court justice. However, I'm not sure why the presidency card is reversed here. I don't know why the presidency card is reversed here. Maybe I should ask why that card is there. Because the star card reversed. Why is the presidency card reversed, feels to the angel, for Ketanji Brown Jackson nomination for the Supreme Court? Okay. So it's telling me that something's being taken away. I'm not sure if it's from her. Something's being taken away from these people. Whoever this is, there's some sort of information. Because look at this person's upset, but they don't know that their story's been stolen by this guy. Right? So something's being stolen from somebody. Maybe potentially those people who would have actually voted for her decided not to cast their vote for her, and it ruined up in some way the vote count in some way. But we do have the Three of Cups reverse. So it kind of gives me a very icky future right now. It feels like there's not a direct determination if she's going to be the next Supreme Court justice. She very well could take Stephen Breyer Seat, but that future that's in the cards here might just be a wrong interpretation because the cards are never wrong. It just might be that she may play a role in the presidency and who becomes president and stuff like that in the future as well. Yeah, I do see that there. Yeah, she may play a major role in who becomes president in the United States going forward. So, yeah, that's what I got. All right. We'll take a look at that in the future, right? Okay, what is Ketanji Braxton? Oh my god, I keep calling her by the same wrong name. I'm so sorry. What is Ketanji Brown Jackson future? What role will she play on the Supreme Court? So let's take a look at that. What is Ketanji Brown Jackson future? What role will she play on the Supreme Court? Okay. What is Ketanji Brown Jackson future? What role will she play on the Supreme Court, Spirit? Okay. One more. Okay, so she's played a major role a lot of these particular events, yeah. So this nomination could be very important then. Her being nominated, yeah. She's gonna play a very important role. Alright. For the past here we have hostage. Hostage situations. The potential this is January 6th, so she's gonna play a major role in January 6th. I'm also seeing as well this is her nomination process. Not sure if she's gonna be the next Supreme Court justice. We have here as well in the middle card here, we have the strength card. And the strength card tells me right away, it tells me that she's gonna be a very strong Supreme Court justice. She's gonna have a lot of power and sway. And a lot of it. But one of the challenges to her future is gonna be the Republican, the conservative. I have a feeling that it could be even very well. I'm seeing the images of Joe Manchin, Kristen Sinema, and of course as well, what's the guy's name? Oh my god, from South Carolina, what's his name? Oh my god, what's his name? It's that old guy that hates Biden, but is friends with Biden. I know his name. What's his name? Don't know his name. Oh my god, that coming to me. This just sucks when you're sick. You kind of can't think or process. But you probably know who I'm talking about. It's that guy who always flip-flopped constantly. He said he loves Biden, but he's a Republican, and then he flips on him, and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's what I've seen now, that he's going to play a major role with her future as well. As for what are her main purpose and what role will she serve on the Supreme Court, she's going to play a major role in neo-fascist ideology. So she's going to play a major role in hate crimes, hate speech, those type of things, free speech, the Second Amendment, the First Amendment. I see those particular things come into play here. Also, as well, she's going to play a major role in this January 6th insurrection. So she's going to be investigating. She's going to do her part she is going to be bipartisan, of course, but I do see her playing a major role in certain cases and decisions that's going to change the way that we move forward in the future in terms of the U.S. As for the multitude of other things that she's gonna do, she's gonna work on trying to free Black people. So I don't mean that literally, like they're being chained down, but almost like people have a brand new sense of respect, so to speak. And now she's able to break the mold. So she's the first step in evolution for Black people. Now, I'm not saying evolution in terms of like they need to evolve or anything like that, but I'm saying more in terms of almost feel like they're not being chained down because of society, and almost like they're almost like an end to a curse. Like she's the one to break it for them. We do have here, she will play a major role when it comes to the world and climate. So she will have a very, very big role, and she is very spiritual by essence. So I do see her playing a major role in a lot of spirituality. So I would expect her to be more of like a millennial Gen Z type energy, maybe a little bit of a Gen X. We do have here as well the chariot. This lady moves very quickly, very quickly. She moves very fast. However, I do feel like she is very sturdy. She's had a lot of. If you look here, well, she's a good person. There is no black, right? There's no black here or anything on the horse. But you see on this black horse right here, there's a white spot. And the white, think of it yin and yang. Almost like there's no bad and the good in her, but there's good and the bad when it's with her. So she has good intention doing certain things, but she's oftentimes going to be misunderstood for why she does stuff. So she might be a little bit unpopular at times for certain decisions, but she does have good intention when she makes them. As for the next card here, we have the Prince of Wands, which is Paul Ryan, the former Republican representative, the former Republican Speaker of the House here. I don't know what this means, honestly. Let me just ask the cards here. We do have the Devil card, which is Steve Bannon in the White House, white supremacy, or stuff like that. The Devil card is reversed. Oh, okay. So it's telling me that she's not going to be able to help fight against the Republican, but she is going to play a major role in that. So she will play a major role, potentially maybe, and try to go after these people and hold them responsible through the Supreme Court. We do have here as well, we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. She's going to play a major role in Bitcoin, particularly Bitcoin and the economy going forward. I do feel like she's more a capitalist, but also not a capitalist. I feel like she's more for the people in general because she came from a very poor background. I don't know if that's true. Again, I just entered into this video with barely any knowledge of anything, just to kind of make it more genuine. Of course, that's always what I try to do on my videos. So I really don't know if she comes from a legitimate poor background. I can't say that for sure. Again, this is just what I've seen in the cards here. Or maybe she has friends who came from that background, and so she understands it. We do have here as well the Three of Wands here. I do feel like she is going to be very important when it comes to our technological advancement. Potentially, I do see a Supreme Court case when it comes to artificial intelligence, so she'll be playing a role in that as well. So that is her future on the Supreme Court in terms of decision that she's going to make and how she's going to do it and stuff like that, or what's going to come up. So already you can kind of see the cards already when it comes to her, how big of a role and how big she's going to play this, and how other Supreme Court justices are going to try to handle these interactions as well. So we already know that she's going to be the justice. I think so. Like, I mean, we got a yes, but we didn't get a certain yes. So we're going to take a look at another thing. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, the next question that we're going to ask is, if not Ketanji Brown Jackson, then who is going to replace Stephen Breyer Seat? So we'll take a look at that. I don't know the list. I don't remember, so I'm just going to describe the person if I can get a description out of the card. Okay, so Spirit Angels tell me, because we literally just said that she is, but is it? And almost like I don't know, because it's not giving me a definitive answer. I think it's because people have not decided 100%, and that's why the energy is not really there, even though they're voting in like 3 days. So I don't get why there's even happening, but it is. Spirit Angels tell me, if not Ketanji Brown Jackson, then who will replace Stephen Breyer Seat? Okay, here's what I got. So if not Ketanji Brown Jackson, then who will replace her on the Supreme Court? Well, what I get here is I get a white woman with blonde hair. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean this person has to be white. This person could very well be black and have blonde skin or blonde hair, something like that. Could also be a pigment issue. Whatever it is, this is how they come off energetically wise. It could also be me reading their aura, and they might be from an alien planet like the Palladians as well. We do have here as well, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is the first card that came out. The first thing I heard was white and blonde hair. It doesn't necessarily mean the person needs to have white and blonde hair. It could just be the ancestral path that's coming through energetically. We have here on the left side here, this person is the Five of Pentacles here, poor background. So this person struggles a lot in their life. There's a very strong, powerful story. This person could have a disability, maybe Down syndrome. We do have here underneath this Nine of Pentacles here, we have the Chariot card. This person is very intelligent. They're like almost like practically a genius. Was it going to destroy the notion of that people have put on certain people with disabilities and certain people of their kind at this time? That's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing like this almost like stereotype is going to be dissipated because she's very intelligent for this woman. So I do feel like it's going to be a woman. It might be someone who has a disability of some sort. Could be a mental disability. Oh, look what it look. So if you look at the belt here, this person might be in music, like, or they may like music. Look, headphones. Just look at the belt. Look at all those. We have the cycle, belt, moon. What I'm getting here, this person could be an influencer, could be have a lot of influence, could be what it means, could be they sing or they have an opera type voice, whatever it is. But I do see that there. I do feel like they're a very powerful person, very powerful, very inspirational, in fact. And this person is very strong. This person could be a Gemini or Capricorn. And like, you want to get things done, and it's going to happen at this time. This is how we're going to do it. All right, yeah, no, that's what I see for this. This is what I see as a secondary replacement to Ketanji Brown Jackson. Okay. The next question that we're going to ask is how many Supreme Court justice seats will be open by 2024? Let's take a look. Spirit saying, so tell me how many Supreme Court justice seats will be open by 2024. This could include 2025 if needed. I'll have to do 7, 10, 5, 17, no, 18. So 18 plus 7 plus 5 plus 11. Let me do the math right now. We're going to do numerology here. Okay, so we got 7 plus 10 plus 5. Okay, so that's 10 plus 5 is 15, 16, 17, 18 plus 18 plus 5 plus 5, 10, 11, 12 plus 12. Okay, so we have 4. Now you add it up. 4 plus 2 is 6. Okay, so that is what I'm seeing here. I am seeing that there might be 6 total. Could even be 5. I am seeing 5 of the particular one. So we do have the moon card here that comes up, right? It tells me that it really depends on the current trajectory of the future going forward. And at least in the United States, we have here the 5 card reverse that falls underneath. Well, falls in the present card. As of right now, we still have 5 seats down. Total, there's going to be 5 seats up. Then we also have followed the hangman. It really depends on some of them having to resign or leave because of the corruption going on in the Supreme Court. So it really depends, but as of right now, it's going to be 5. That could change in the future, though, but it really depends on the corruption and whether or not they're going to resign or leave. Lastly, this is the last question of today. What is the future of the Supreme Court justice? So we'll take a look at that. If you guys have watched my other Supreme Court justice videos, you may have remembered these. We're going to take a look at them as well. So we have here is, let's take a look. We get the first one up is going to be Elena Kagan. Elena Kagan, she is a Democrat here. She is a Supreme Court Justice. We have Stephen Breyer. We're going to take a look at him. We already know he's leaving, but we're going to still take a look as he's still on the course, so that means he still matters. We do have here as well as we have an unknown justice. As of right now, this thing was made before what to call it? Was made before Stephen Breyer announced the thing. And so this was here before. So we're going to take a look at the unknown justice, which is going to replace Stephen Breyer. And also could be someone else as well, another seat. We also have here as well is Sonia Sotomayor as the next Democratic justice that we're going to take a look at, right? So these are the three justices, the Democrats here. Then here are the Republican. We have Clarence Thomas, the Republican. You all know his name. Okay, he is going to be up right underneath the Lega. We have Brett Kavanaugh. I don't think I really need to explain this one. He is a Republican. We have up next is John Roberts. He is a Republican as well. He is another Supreme Court Justice. We have here Amy Coney Barrett. She is another Republican who will replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg's seat. We have here next is we have Neil Gorsuch. Okay, he is another Republican who was taken away from Obama. Then we also have here as well Samuel Alito or something. He is a Republican as well. So let's take a look. Spiel saying, so tell me for Lega Kagan, what is her future, the Democratic justice on the Supreme Court? What is her future going forward on the Supreme Court? What is her future looking like? Will she step down, resign, die, pass away? Will she be on the court? What's her future? Okay. I'm going to keep this here. It falls between Stephen Breyer. So what is the future of Stephen Breyer on the Supreme Court? I know he's stepping down. He is stepping down. He's resigning. But is there any sort of lasting legacy that we should know about? Or anything at all? Would you like to stay in the spirit? They're not even getting cards for him. Okay. All right. As for the unknown justice, who's going to replace Stephen Breyer and other justices, what is the future of this unknown justice who's poised to be a Democrat? Okay, this is related to Clarence Thomas. So this is a different justice. It's no longer Ketanji Brown Jackson. We have Sonia Sotomayor. What is her future on the Supreme Court? Okay. We're also going to be adding Ketanji Brown Jackson if she becomes it. We'll ask the cards in a moment. Clarence Thompson, what is your future on the Supreme Court going forward? Okay. We already know what's going to happen to him, but, you know, we'll get a little extra information. We know he's leaving now. Okay. What is Brett Kavanaugh's future in the Supreme Court? Okay, well, that's not surprising. All right. What about John Roberts? What is his future on the Supreme Court? Oh, look, we have a card here upright. What is John Roberts' future on the Supreme Court? That's a lot of cards. Let me put it back here. What is John Roberts' future? Okay. What is Amy Coney Barrett's future on the Supreme Court? I did say in the past that she was going to leave eventually, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. What about Neil Gorsuch's future? What is his future looking like on the Supreme Court? Okay. And then Samuel Alito. What is his future on the Supreme Court? Okay. All right. I think we have an idea. So we have brand new people leaving and going. Yeah, some people staying, some people dying, some people, stuff like that. This is just as of right now with current energy going into the Supreme Court. So let's take a look. So the first part we have here is Elena Kagan, right? The first thing I get for her, she's going to play a major role in healthcare in some way or some form. Maybe because she gets sick, she falls ill, maybe she gets COVID. But I do feel like she is going to play a major role in healthcare. But she, as of right now, I see her on the Supreme Court. I see her staying. So Elena Kagan's going to be on the Supreme Court. She's going to have a major role in trying to be bipartisan. So that's her role. As for Stephen Breyer, we have the devil here, right? For Stephen Breyer. Right, but the card is not negative in this aspect. What I'm seeing is that he feels like he's no longer chained to the political universe anymore. He feels like he can be free and be able to retire, live out the rest of his life. But I am seeing an image in my head right now where he may have to stay on the Supreme Court longer until the Democrats find a replacement for him. So he might stay in the Supreme Court a little longer than he would have liked. But I do see a retirement in the future. Potentially, that retirement could come to a very easy end, or at least a very short end for him. In terms of the unknown justice card, what fell here with the unknown justice, I'm getting there's going to be some sort of scandal, fake news. I do see that there. I do feel like that is going to be a major thing when it comes to this unknown justice. We don't know who this person is, but this person will play a role in this January 6th insurrection. So this person is going to be very important. This also might be the person who also replaces Clarence Thomas. So I do see that as well. This person is going to replace the Republican justice. This unknown one. As for Sonia Sotomayor, the Democratic justice, the last one here, we have a Democrat. We have Queen of Pentacles. She's going to maintain her seat. She's not going anywhere. She might get pregnant. She might have a kid, but I just see her still be on the court. She might leave for maternal leave, but that's it. As for Clarence Thompson, though, this is his future. He is the first Republican here on his list. We have here him looking at his mess and what he did to his country. And we have here as well the Ten of Wands. He kind of doesn't feel greedy. But I do feel like he's going to refuse to leave. But it almost feels like the Three of Wands card is telling me that he's looking from afar. Almost like he's no longer on the Supreme Court. I feel like, you ever see like you walk away from something and you find yourself on a hill and you're looking back at what you walked away from? And I almost feel like that's what he's doing. Like he's looking back. So he's far gone by this point. As for the next Supreme Court justice, we have Brett Kavanaugh, the Republican. I'm sure we all know who he is. We know, as you may have remembered, 2018. We have here the Hanged Man. He's a very controversial person. That's just natural because of what he did and how he got there. One of the challenges for him, though, is bipartisan winning public support. I do see here he is going to play a major role when it comes to election fraud and election voting rights. So he's going to play a major issue there. We also have here another challenge as well. We have another 9 of Cups here. And what it's kind of telling me is it always feels like it's some way or some form that excuse me. It almost feels like it's some way the card is telling me that there's going to be another sort of interaction and he's going to have to really make a decision, but he's not going to make the right one. We do have here, he's going to try to make a lot of cases, but his opinion does not matter, so he loses power over time. For whatever his name is, Kavanaugh. We have here for the next Republican justice, we have John Roberts. His future is that he's going to remain on the Supreme Court. He's not a controversial. I don't really think he is controversial, but again, he will remain at least in the Supreme Court for the next 4 years, even 4 decades. So I do see him on the Supreme Court for a while. As for Coney Barrett, though, this is her future. We have here the King of Swords, the World card, and the Ten of Cups here. She's going to be on the Supreme Court for quite a while, particularly when it comes to women's rights. I do feel like she is going to play a major role in abortion issues and gun rights. She is going to be known around the world, so she is going to play a major role around globally. So potentially she's going to be more the conservative wing of women, whereas like maybe Ketanji Brown Jackson will be more the liberal wing of women. But I do feel here people are going to have some sort of sympathy for her simply because of who she is. And I don't mean to play this game because I'm not trying to, but what I'm truly getting from here is she's going to play the race game. And she's going to try to win empathy just based on the color of her skin. Not Ketanji Brown Jackson. I'm talking about Coney Barrett. So she's going to try to get white people, at least white supremacists, to really like her, support her, even though she's going against their own interests as well. So I do feel like she's going to play that card very well. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But as of right now, she's gonna remain on Supreme Court, but she will be replaced with a male. So a male will replace her after her whenever she leaves. But as of right now, she's gonna be on the Supreme Court for quite a while. Not too long. I did see her moving down, but the car is telling me something a little bit different here. But she will be replaced with a guy. Okay, as for the next Republican here, we have Samuel Alito. He is another Republican justice. I see him retiring or giving up. Something forces him to leave. Like he just almost feel like he gives up. Right? This is the King of Wands, King of Cups, Knight of Cups here, and I almost feel like he just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm tired. And because of that, he leaves. But I don't feel like it might be under Biden president. It might be under Kamala Harris presidency. It might be under the new president when he leaves. But as of right now, he's going to remain in power. But he is going to decide overall that he's leaving. And as for the last justice here, we have Neil Gorsuch. Right, he is the first Republican justice appointed by Trump. And we have here as well, we have the Lover's card. And the Lover's cards are telling me here that he is going to decide a major abortion issue, and that is going to play a major role going forward. All right, so I'm going to take these cards back. I'm going to take a look at Ketanji Brown Jackson and see what her future is, if she wants to get it in terms of, as, you know, justice. That's all. That's what we're looking at here. Okay, let's put these things away. Because we already know who she is, which is why she does not apply to the unknown justice, because we already know who she is. Spirit Angel, please tell me about Ketanji Brown Jackson. What we just read on all the other justices, this also applies to her. Just say she is a Supreme Court justice. What is her future? Okay, so her future is the Knight of Wands here reversed. So she's not leaving anytime soon. The Republicans are going to try, but they're not going to be successful. We do have a Tower card. And this is going to be another insurrection. So she might be in some way involved in it. I don't mean like she's going to be involved in the planning, but she might be caught in the crosshair potentially when they do this. She might be in a building or something like that. That's what I'm talking about. I don't see like her planning physically. I just feel like she's in the wrong time at the right time at the wrong place. You know what I mean? That's really what I'm saying. We have here as well as leaving. She does not want to leave. She may sometimes contemplate on whether or not she wants to leave because it's a challenge. I do feel like she might just feel like, should I just walk away? But she has to remember, she remembers that, oh, no, because if I walk away, all those people who look up to me, who are inspired by me, would no longer have somebody representing them, showing them that it's possible. And the last challenge here as well is we have a unified government. I do feel like she's going to be playing a role in a brand new government. So she will be playing a new role. So that is what I see for the Supreme Court, for Ketanji Brown Jackson, for other justices as well, Clarence Thomas, his wife, and all that. If you liked today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Let me know in the comment section below what you do think of today's video. I apologize. I am very sick, so I do hope that this video was entertaining enough. But anyway, than that, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.